Starting off my reaction fest with the 5th worst YouTube video of the year so far, in my opinion, is the Moana live-action trailer. This is really terrible. It kind of reminds me of an SNL skit at times. And the only things I like about the trailer, that being the occasional pretty terrain and sky in the background, even that's like done better in the original animated movie. So like the only thing that this trailer does well has been done better before within the same franchise. The actual outfit designs for Moana, but especially Maui, they look like SNL sketch parody costumes on top of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and a girl who plays as Moana. Like, it's actually embarrassing. Like, these shots, like, yeah, like, I guess the sky looks like everything that this trailer does decently, which is not that much, by the way, it's done better in the original animated film. As it stands, like, this just looks like an SNL sketch. Like, something about this just feels SNL worthy. Like look at Moana's dad. Like, that looks like a cheesy Comic-Con outfit, but like not a good, like, oh, there's a lot of amazing Comic-Con cosplay. That looks like a bad cosplay. And it's like in a movie. And Maui himself, with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, definitely looks a lot worse. And even more SNL worthy. Oh my god, like, this just looks so dried out, actually. Like, at least, like, other shots look pretty good in their own right, even if they do look dried out in comparison to the original movie. Like, this just looks really boring and gray. It's the problem with these live-action remakes that Disney keeps doing. They keep making them, like, duller versions of the original animated film. Like, yeah, like, you can make live-action movies look visually fantastic, so I don't know why Disney is so dependent on making, like, the gothic, dull look for their remakes. I don't know why they do that. It's so weird and annoying and ugly. Now, most of the trailer sucks, but the worst of the trailer definitely happens when Maui comes into frame. It's just Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson wearing terrible Maui cheap cosplay that looks like you could have gotten it from Party City. Like, it's terrible. It looks so cheesy. Like, this live-action version of Maui? Like, what the hell?
Shapeshifter, demigod of the wind and sea.
Everything after Maui first appears on screen, not just in terms of the look of the character, but also, like, the humor he tries to convey, is so cheap and bad, and I hate it. This font looks kind of crap. Like, it looks bad. Maybe it's, like, the line art and, like, the 3Dization of it. The font's looking so stupid. I don't know. The worst part about the trailer is definitely two of the CG designs for, first of all, Tamatoa looks genuinely hideous in live action. Well, it's not even live action, it's like CG animation. Let me rephrase that. Tamatoa looks terrible in realistic CG. I said realistic CG because Moana was a CG animated movie, the original, so whatever. So, yeah. This version of Tamatoa looks horrendous. Like, this looks so awful. Like, it looks so dried out compared to the original. But I think the worst CG design in this entire trailer is actually at the end.
What? Is there something MIT?
Where we see CG Shark Maui. Like, this looks so hideous. Like, this just makes me feel like they should have never made the movie. And, like, this entire background, I know, like, there's other backgrounds in the trailer that at least look decent in their own right. But, like, this background looks incredibly dry and boring again. Like, what the hell is this? Like, why are the palm trees so low saturated? Like, what the hell am I looking at? It's so, like, dumb and ugly. Yeah, the Moana trailer, it's just a worse version of the original movie through a trailer, I guess, as the actual film's not out yet, but whatever. It's a terrible, abysmal, it feels like an SNL sketch, but it's like an actual trailer for a film that's gonna happen, and it sucks, and I hate it, and it's bad. At number 4, we have the 2026 Razzie Awards. You know, I never thought there would be a day that the 2022 Oscars would have ever been surpassed for my personal least favorite award show of all time. That event was so abominable, like, embarrassing. And the 2026 Razzies are even worse than the 2022 Oscars, in my opinion. I didn't think it was possible to make it a worse award show, especially the Razzies, because I actually liked previous Razzie events before this year's. But this year, they AI generated the Razzies. And just saying that out loud makes me squirm. It's so stupid. Yeah, the entire video is just generated by AI. The only things I like about this entire video are like the actual nominees I recognized that were deserved. Mainly like War of the Worlds winning Worst Picture. Deserved, sure. The fact that this entire thing was generated by AI just ruins the quality of the entire video, for obvious reasons. Unfortunately, it's not the only generative AI video we'll be seeing on this list, so that's great. Yeah, this is easily the worst award show I've ever seen in my life. It is one of the worst YouTube videos of the year. It is literally AI-generated slop, because at least the movies themselves were made by people, like actually created by anyone at all, instead of just generated. Like, holy crap, this is infuriating. Also, a big thing I like about previous Razzies events is that they were funny. The Razzies is a comedy, right? There isn't really anything funny about this year's Razzies. I think when I first watched the Razzies, I was like, oh, the all 7 artificial drawer screen combo type for a nomination this year. That's a funny joke, but upon rewatching it, it kind of isn't that funny to me anymore. And the actual, like, after the Razzies get announced, every year there's, like, these sketches of, like, the characters getting the Razzie, but it's just, like, a screenshot from the film with a Razzie trophy edited into the clip. Usually those are very funny because, like, they're very fast-paced edited. Like, into the 2025 Razzie video, like, those sketches were, like, pretty fast-paced, edited into the video. Whereas this year's Razzie video, like, they're slower-paced, and it's really unfunny and doesn't work as well comedically. The slower-paced might be because it was generated by AI, maybe. I don't know. I don't care. Just please stop putting AI and stuff. At least Gen AI. Like, Gen AI specifically, I should clarify when I say that. So, no, like, AI in general could be, like, video game NPCs. That's fine. Just stop generating stuff with AI. I'm sick of it. It's so infuriating. And I guess that brings us to the next entry of someone who defends that with number 3. Making films used to be more fun. Uploaded by a cretin named Sam Hamper, who he's a pro generative AI art propaganda piece person, I guess, if you want to call him that. I don't know. This is the first 1 out of 10 on the list, and you really got to get on my bad side to be a 1 out of 10. I don't give out that score very often, but this video makes me angry to watch. It's so infuriating. As someone who despises generative AI art as much as I do, fuck this video, honestly. So, it is, like, pro AI, and it talks about the fact that making movies used to be more fun, but now AI is a thing. But he acts like the current age of AI, just being able to type something in and, like, you can prompt an AI to make a film for you. Or, like, make a sound effect with just generating a sound effect with AI instead of just making the sound effect yourself authentically. He doesn't really criticize that. He acts like that's an okay world to live in, and that's what pisses me off about this video. The fact that he acts like it's okay that we live in a world of generative AI. I hate that he acts like that's fine. It really pisses me off. And man, like this video actually gets under my skin. It boils my blood. But anyway, he starts off by basically talking about, you know, how sound effects are made in film. It would be a pretty fascinating aspect of the video if it wasn't for the fact that there's so many behind the scenes sound effect things on YouTube, or like on behind the scenes things that exist that talk about how sound effects in films are made, that already exist and are already telling you a lot more than what this video tells you about it, and that are actually not secretly pro AI propaganda pieces in shit videos. So like those videos are actually good videos. So, you know, like this video is not giving me anything that I haven't already got out of something else. So I would still consider it a 1 out of 10. It's worthless. He also, like, uses AI prompts in the video itself. He doesn't only defend generative AI in the ways that he does. That alone would piss me off enough to give this a 1. He also like actually uses, obviously he uses generative AI in the making of his own video. So that combined with like actively defending it, this whole fucking video essay, man, it pisses me off to a special egregious degree. And as if everything I've already said wasn't bad enough, the ultimate defense of the fact that we should be okay with generative AI is, okay, so he says that Martin Scorsese made amazing movies, but if Martin Scorsese existed before movies existed, we would have never gotten Martin Scorsese films. And the online distribution of video allowed more filmmakers to make things. Cool. And he uses that as an excuse to defend generative AI, saying that because you can just make prompts and write stuff out, that would allow more, quote, artists, end quote, to express themselves by typing down prompts. So basically, he compares Martin Scorsese, an actual film director, and like people who actually made stuff, actual artists, to people who just type stuff down and prompt something. And he acts like that's a legit art form. That pisses me off so much. Do you not know? Okay. I'm gonna talk more about the soullessness of AI, quote, art, end quote, and just media that's AI generated in general when I get to a further entry in this list. But please just know, I have no respect for Sam Hamper as a person for this video, due to that defense. The video is poorly argued, and the arguments are actively get under my skin even more than the base idea here. Like, it's insane how backfiring the arguments here are. I hate this video. I really do. Fuck this video. Honestly, fuck this video. Sam Hamper should be ashamed of himself for making it, or for defending what he defends in videos after that I haven't really bothered watching. I just know, based on the thumbnails and titles, he continues to defend generative AI as if that's a legit art form, and I hate that so much. Fuck this video, man. 1 out of 10. It is genuinely, mind-blowingly anger-inducing to me. Fuck it. Moving on. At number 2, we have my absolute least favorite Darman video ever made. It came out right at the beginning of the year on January 1st, and I haven't seen that many Darman videos, but I've seen a small handful. And of the ones I have seen, I think they're all either bad or atrocious. I don't even think any of them I've seen are fine. Like, I hate his videos. But this one pissed me off in a way that's like, it's his worst video by a landslide. It's about a guy who has 2 girlfriends. One's like one he actually likes, and he's cheating on her. On the other, as actual girlfriend, who herself is sympathetic but also a boring character, and eventually she becomes the most unlikable character ever, and we'll get to that. There's like plot twists in this story, if you can call it that. I'm gonna spoil everything because you shouldn't watch this, so you've been warned. If you do care about spoilers, then I'm warning you. Spoilers for... Major spoiler warning for Girl Must Tell Life-Changing Secret to Boyfriend by Darman. The main character girl gets a pregnancy test positive, so she's pregnant, I guess, with the boy. He's like a jerk wrestler, and his dad's also an incredibly unlikable character. And then the only character I don't downright despise in this is the main girl's friend, who's like fine, but nothing beyond that. Like, she's kind of a boring character. So I don't think anything is downright good here. I'm just gonna say it. There's no redeeming qualities here. Even the one character I don't downright hate is just a boring character. It's like bleh, you know. And then there's like the scene where they're gonna get to a house and they buy a house or some shit for the baby or whatever. And we see like this comedic relief of this guy, a comedic relief guy selling the house, and he's so funny. No, he's not. He's actually just really annoying and dumb. And then, other stuff happens. Turns out that the pregnancy test was fake the whole time. But, uh-oh, they're already about to celebrate the pregnancy test through, like, a gender reveal wrestling match, I guess? And the main girl decides that instead of just coming clean about everything before the entire world gets a misunderstanding that this wrestler kid is like gonna be a dad, they decide to instead. She decides to keep the lie up until like after the ceremony. So that's amazing likability for a character. Lying through your teeth to the world about you being a mom to quote-unquote make things go smoother or whatever her reason was. It's so stupid. Oh yeah, and then I guess I think the Crush character, the rival girl, finds out in a bathroom scene or whatever when she bleeds even though she's not supposed to be on her period. So she gets exposed for lying live or some stupid shit. And the world hates her or something. And then the totally not most forced happy ending ever happens, where Darman himself appears. But the only reason he's in the video is to change what should realistically not have been a happy ending and just make it a happy ending out of nowhere. It might be the most forced happy ending I've ever seen in anything. I'm not kidding. It's so stupid, and every character is either boring, actively hateable personality-wise, or in the case of that one comedic relief character, unfunny. There's no in-betweens other than that. There's no characters I even remotely like. There's nothing about this I like. There was another Darman video I talked about in a recent YouTube video. I reacted to it. It was terrible, but at least that video had some good set design. Surprisingly, that was like the only thing I liked about that video. Call it the Darman concert tickets video. That concert tickets video sucks, but at least the characters in that, well, terrible, or not nearly as terrible as the characters in this, honestly. And the ending here is even worse. Every aspect that was worse than that in most Darman videos is just even worse here. The production value is like a cheap YouTube video from the 2010s, but honestly below that standard. It looks horrendous. Well, it looks amateurly horrendous and lifelessly workmanlike simultaneously. I hate this. Every set design doesn't feel like a set. There's a classroom that doesn't feel like a classroom. It just feels like this filming this in a house, but it's supposed to be a classroom. Like, compared to like the set designs in the one otherwise terrible Darman video where I like the set designs, the one I mentioned earlier, at least like there's like a restaurant that the main girls lived in and served in that their parents owned, I guess. And like that restaurant, actually, the set for that restaurant looked pretty accurate. Oh, my favorite. The green screen for this Darman video, the car green screen. It's the worst car green screen I think I've ever seen. A lot of the worst green screen of all time seems to take place during car driving scenes for some reason. This might be the worst green screen attached to a car ever that I've seen. I'm not saying a lot, but like this looks horrendous. It's lifeless. Like it's a terrible, it's so obviously green screen, it's painful. This is literally just YouTuber movies from the 2010s, the YouTube video, except not quite as bad writing-wise, but still terrible writing-wise, and even worse production value-wise. And that's saying a lot. Like, this sucks. This really is fucking awful. So, yeah, don't watch it. I don't know how else to put it. Just don't watch it. This is Darman's worst work I've ever seen from him. And the worst YouTube video the entire year, basically throughout, without a doubt, is, it's Pinecone. The AI-generated film, movie, if you want to really call it that, if you're being that generous. Holy fuck. Not only my least favorite YouTube video of the year, not only the worst AI-generated YouTube video I've ever seen, which is saying a lot considering I've seen terrible ones I despise even outside of this list, but it's also one of my top 5 least favorite YouTube videos of all time. It is down there with Sarah Brand's Red Dress and my top 3 least favorite nostalgia critic reviews. It's in that bottom 5 worst YouTube videos I've ever seen in my life. I'm not being hyperbolic. I hate not only this film as, like, even if it wasn't AI generated, it would still be horrendous. It'd be like it'd be like worse than Food Fight levels of an abomination, even if it was like the same film but people actually made it. But it's the fact that it's fully AI generated that makes me despise it even further. Oh my fucking god. than I already would. It is not only the fact that I hate this film. It's not just boring to sit through, although it is boring as sin to sit through this shit. It's not even funny bad, because despite like the real fact that it realistically should be funny bad, due to the errors and the way that the AI-generated Spirited Away trailer had some funny bad moments in it, this doesn't really have that. It's boring. It's so boring. Painfully boring. But it's the fact that it was AI-generated and the fact that it's an entire movie's worth of being entirely generated by a computer and AI. Not a single person made anything. I fucking hate this. I hate this. I'm not kidding. Like, I hate it what it represents. Probably even more so than the film itself, and that's saying a lot. But yeah, everything this represents, everything it is quite literally anti-art. It is anti-people. The thing that makes me hate Sam Hamper's video, and that defense I mentioned earlier, is that the entire beauty of art is that it is a human expression. People make art. There are Shay Frillis' production Whisper of the Heart video. It's not like an anti-AI video. It's not pro-AI either. It never mentions AI, but it does say near the beginning he is an artist. Shay Frillis was inspired by Whisper of the Heart because Shay Frillis is an artist who wants to make art because he's a person. Who made Pinecone? Alright, no one did. A literal computer did. A person just typed in, make me a movie about bigotry and fucking nature and fantasy horses and maybe some other prompts. And then a movie was just generated. That's why I hate AI so much. It's not art. It is product. More so than actual lazy human-made products. And that's saying a lot, because there's a lot of media I do consider to be lazy products that are actually human-made. But this is like an actual... more so than that. Like, this is... people didn't even make it. At least with some of the laziest human-made movies I've ever seen, like Home Sweet Home Alone, which I firmly believe was made by people who just wanted to lazily slap it together for money. At the very least, with that piece of shit, it was made by people in suits in the first place. Lazy, greedy people who don't care about the quality of what they make, but people made it. People made the atomic bomb. So technically, by my logic, you could argue that I'm hating on Pinecone more than the atomic bomb. Sure, yeah, I don't see why not. Because exaggerations aside, I fucking hate this video. Like, I genuinely do think maybe this won't destroy humanity in the literal atomic bomb way, but if the fears of AI completely replacing human art, which I don't think is going to happen entirely, thankfully, I think there's always going to be a place for, like, sane people. But I do firmly believe that if it were to come true, Pinecone would be go down in history as a huge stepping stone to remove the humanity in actual media that ever existed in the first place. If that fear ever comes true in the near future or far future, whatever, Pinecone will go down in history as one of the biggest innovations to make that doomsday happen in the first place. I fucking hate... I hate this. It's not even breaking down what sucks about the filmmaking, because, well, first of all, it wasn't filmmaking. You know what I mean? Like, what the film looks like. It looks ugly as fuck. The lady ape is disgusting. The character designs are disgusting. This entire film is literally made by a fucking computer. It's not even made. It's generated. I hate this. I genuinely. That's why I hate videos like Sam Hamper's fucking piece of shit pro AI video, and this even more so. Because of what they represent. The end of humanity in the art we create. That's the whole point of art, is that it's a human expression. Oh my god, like, this would probably be a cool frame in its own right if a person made it. But a person didn't make it. It was generated by an AI algorithm. And if this frame was painted by a person, it would look like shit because of the stupid face. Like, some aspects, if they were human-made, would be fine, I guess. But, like, the actual character designs are terrible by any standard, AI or otherwise. The backgrounds, maybe not so much, but I hate the backgrounds. I hate the entire fucking film because it's just AI generated. I hate everything it represents, and I don't like anything about it. The AI generated voices are fucking shit. The timing is off. The editing is fucked up and horrendous. I hate what it represents. I hate Pinecone. Fuck this piece of shit film, video, whatever you want to call it. Easily the worst YouTube video of the year. One of the worst I've ever seen. It might even be in my top 10 least favorite pieces of media ever. I'm dead serious. I hate this with every fiber of my being, so. Fuck Pinecone. Watch good stuff instead. I'll talk about videos I love and the next top 5 of my favorite YouTube videos of the year so far. My god. If you want some discernible mentions, IGN's Mouse PR for Hire review, the Scary Movie reboot trailer, and Nostalgia Critic's Dennis the Menace review were my 6th, 7th, and 8th least favorite YouTube videos of the year so far. None of those quite made the bottom 5, but they came pretty close, so. Yeah, that's it. Bye.